It's Monday the 18th of September and it feels like it's been a pretty slow weekend this weekend. We've got 10 orders on Bricklink and there's nothing of any significant size or value. Highest lot count was 62 lots and that was only for £16. So pretty low all round, to be honest with you. Now if we look at Brick Owl, it's even worse. Until through the night, we'd only had one order on Brick Owl. So Brick Owl's been very quiet, for me at least, over the weekend. Now there's only 33 lots there across 3 orders. So not really sure what's going on. It could be that I just haven't been uploading enough. I have had a couple of short weeks and probably been a bit too lazy, if I'm honest, in getting things uploaded. So I really need to try and shift that focus and get some more stuff added to the store. We've got 7 items on eBay to go out as well, which helps a little bit, but pretty disappointing weekend, to be honest, given that we're midway into September. Now, as is the case, I each week, I've started to pick orders on the Sunday evening. So let's have a quick look at the first batch, and I'm sorry if it's a little dark in here. Hopefully these are showing up okay. We've got a Leanne Friends figure going out, an Enderman from Minecraft, Robin foil pack, Tinkerbell, and we've got one of these Dreams. I wasn't sure about whether these would sell or not, but this is a Dreams Z-Blob, and it's really just a part with a bit of print on, and that's sold for £4.49. And then we've got a Kevin minion figure going out, and then we get into the Brick Owl and Bricklink orders, and they're really just a bunch of parts orders, a couple of train buffers going out, a hairpiece, some Technic pins, and then some slightly larger orders here. Now I'm going to get those packed up and get onto the second batch, and there's probably only another 4 or 5 to pick, to be honest, and then once I get them out of the way, I'm going to crack on adding more parts to the store. We've got 7 of these Ninjago sets to go up. Already sold a couple of the figures on eBay, which is always good to see things moving, and we'll get the rest of this uploaded, and then we've still got a few more sets to part out and add to the store as well. Second batch of orders all done. Very quick look before we get these out in the post. Mostly parts orders. We've got 150 of each of these going out. 800 pearl gold studs going out. We've got a nice little order of minifigs and parts going out to the US. And then we've got another eBay order for a Grim Spawn from the Dreams theme for $5.65. And then we've got 150 odd of these 1x2s Technic bricks with the hole in. So I'm gonna get these packed up, off to the post office, and then get cracking. I've just processed the first brick store file of the week and the first upload, which was 7 sets of 71790. Now you might notice that I haven't listed all of the figures. That's because some of the figures were listed on eBay. I've added a couple to Bricklink, but the majority went onto eBay, and in fact both a Jay and a Lloyd have already sold. Now that added an additional 41 lots to the store, so we're now at 13,326 lots for the start of the week. I added 1,293 items to the store, and there were 78 lots in the set. So to get 41 new lots from 78, I think is pretty good going. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do next, whether I want to part out some more of the new sets or deal with some of the other used items, but I'm probably gonna grab some lunch first. So we'll see what I'd get to after lunch. So the next thing I'm going to do is these couple of sets of this Dream Set 71454. There is a set here in a larger quantity, but I'm going to leave that for my little helper to maybe do today or tomorrow whenever they're ready. Now the way that I do my parting out is through parting out into cups. So I have a tub full of cups here, and if I need more, I've got a box below. You can see I've also got a bunch of trays. So we basically put the parts into the cups and then stack the cups onto the trays, and then the trays come into me and I part out from there. We've got different size cups, so as well as these sort of smallish ones, which are the main ones I use, then I also use some of these, and then if I need to go bigger, we can go with bigger cups here, and then right up to sort of pick-a-brick cups or more if we need to. And again, I've got tons of pick-a-brick cups in one of the boxes over there. Now I figure for this part out, I'm probably only going to need the smaller cups, so we simply stack the cups out in front of us, and I'm just doing this very roughly on my side table here. What we'd normally do is go out into the kitchen tabletop. Now I'm looking for a bag, because it's not easy to open these with one hand, and I've got one that I've had to take a part out of, if I can get into it at all, which I can't very easily. I'm just going to put the phone down and get that tip out and put that aside, and then it's really a simple case of putting these into cups, keeping the same parts together, obviously. Now, obviously, normally I'd be doing this in a more structured way. Because there's so few cups here, I'm just going to put all of the minifig parts into one, and I'll sort them later. But I mean, essentially you're getting the idea. We find this is the easiest way to do them. Once we've got everything parted out, then all we'll do is we'll just stack all of the cups up and then stand them in the trays over here, and then they're ready to part out. So I'm gonna crack on, get these ones parted out, and then get them added to the store. So being only 2 sets, this didn't take very long, but this is what we end up looking like when we've stacked the cups and got them in the trays. And then we'll work from these, usually sorting by colour, and get them uploaded into the store. So I've got my brick store file sorted by colour, I've got my remarks pulled in, and just a question of working through them and getting them put into the store. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing now with this, and don't think it's going to take too long. It's a bit frustrating when you've got small sets and small numbers of sets, but you've still got a relatively large number of parts, because you end up putting 1 and 2 of a part away, so it can be a bit frustrating, and that's why you really want to be aiming for more sets when you're parting out, you know, 5, 10 or more of a set. Now I picked these up because I got a good deal, and I thought it would be good to get the figures and get the figures listed. So that was the primary reason for picking these up in a low quantity. And I did think about holding on to them and waiting to maybe get some more of the set in the future, but I just want to get as much done and uploaded into the store, especially where there are new lots, and get them added into the mix and increase that lot count. Tuesday morning, and things are still relatively quiet. We've got 6 orders here. Let's take a quick look at what we've got. All well, all except one are parts orders. We've just got a few sort of accessories and things going out here. Lots of train parts going in this one, some train windshields, some wheels. We've got a train base plate there, and we've got some bogies that the wheels attach to, etc. So obviously they're going off to make a train, I presume. This is an order from Steve at Brick This, who you probably know does lots of great Lego commissions. We've got a Lloyd Child Legacy figure going out, and then another parts order there. So we'll get those packed up. Now, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next, if I'm honest with you. I'm going to go to the post office, and I'm either going to get this parted out, although I do have a tendency to think about leaving that for someone else to do, because that's a task that someone else can do for me, and I can be doing other things in the meantime. Then I think I'm going to go back to the container and get rid of this empty tub and bring another tub of used bulk back. And then I think it's time to get sorting some more bulk into the various categories that I've got here. I've still got things in some of the categories, especially the slopes is pretty full over there, and I know I've got another large bag of them sitting over there for those to be combined with as well. But I think it's probably time to get on with a bit more bulk. But the other task I've got is that I've got a bunch of stuff that I want to get listed onto eBay. Somebody said to me that you can still spot Wally sitting on my desk, which is the case. I've also got some things upstairs with Ninjago City and the docks that I'm thinking of selling, as well as Doctor Who and Ghostbusters, for which I've got the figures sat on my shelf here, and I've got the rest of the setup there. I just need to find the boxes for them, which I've got flat packed somewhere. So with that, I'm going to crack on and get these packed up and ready for the post office. I'm back at the container. I just come in to pick up a tub or two to take back and sort through back at the house. There's still quite a bit of used bulk at the back there, as you can see. I mean, if we get into these areas here, this must be 1, 2, 3, I'm guessing six tubs high probably. That one's going to be 7 tubs high, and it's the same sort of all around here. And we've even got, you know, Lego right up to the front here. So still going to be certainly some months worth of adding to the store, and then I'm probably going to have to think about buying more stock at that point. I have picked out a couple of tubs to take back, which I'm going to do now, and I still need to think about what we're going to do with this space, because as you can see, there's an awful lot of empty room in here, so I really do need to condense it. Although my wife's idea is to empty our loft and bring the contents of that here, but that's gonna obviously mean that you're paying for the contents of the loft to store it, but the intention would be to sort through and throw out what we don't want, etc., and downsize that. Anyway, lots to do. I'm going to get back to the house and get this lot back and get it sorted, and I'll show you what we've got when we get back there. So let's have a quick look at the two tubs that I've just brought back from the container. The first one is bagged in bulk. So this is all overflow that needs to be put away. And I've got a feeling that this is new, to be honest with you, looking at it. So I'll need to assess that as I go through. But, you know, if you just look at these are definitely new. So I'm going to have a look through them anyway and look at getting those added to the store. And then we've bought a mixed tub of bulk back. There's all sorts of partly built things in here, so I'm probably going to do the usual, and we'll do that on camera just in case there's anything of interest in there. And I'm probably going to get the bulk added first, just to get that out the way and get the tub out of the way, and then we'll come back to this. Probably going to be tomorrow, I would think, before we look at that. Well, I've just made quick work of this tub that had all of the bulk in. Have actually emptied it out, although it doesn't look like it, because I've put a bunch of stuff back into the box, because I'm going to put it back into storage as overflow. So it is now in the inventory, but I'm going to put it aside because there's just way too many of this particular part. What we ended up with out of that little box that I brought back was 14,500 parts in just 19 lots, which is quite staggering. So as you can appreciate, some of them had an awful lot in. The part I was just showing you in the box there's 2,230 of those. And if we look at what I've actually got in stock at the moment of them, before I even add them, let's see how many I've got. We look down here. Well, I've only got 65 in stock, actually. I thought I had more than that. So 65 in stock plus another 2,200 and something. So I'll probably keep half of that locally in the bulk bins that I have behind me, and some of that I'll probably take back to the container just to save a bit of space. So I'm gonna get this lot uploaded. I don't expect this to massively attract anyone other than someone who's going to be wanting to buy in enormous quantities of a certain part. There was one or two parts that I didn't have too many of, like these hinge plates here. Only had a dozen or so, so I've just added another 597 of those, and I'm going to be listing these with a relatively good discount on the ones with high quantities. So we'll see how that gets them moving. Wednesday morning, let's take a look at what we've got to deal with this morning. We've got 5 orders on Bricklink, and they're all fairly modest orders. 28 lots in total, 384 items. And then if we look on Brick Owl, 2 orders there, 49 lots, 300 items. And if we have a look on eBay, we've got 7 orders, 7 items, and we've got another one waiting for payment as well. So not a bad night on eBay, relatively speaking. And we've got the majority of them, if not all of them actually, picked and ready to go. So let's have a quick look. We've got 210 of these going out, and then more parts orders going out the door. Nothing too much to comment on, to be honest with you. This was from a new watcher of the channel. They left a nice little message to say that they loved the videos, and that they'd been inspired to start their own Bricklink store. And I think this was their first order. There's 0 feedback at the moment, so this is a nice order to get. So thanks for that, and good luck with the Bricklink store. On eBay, we've got 3 items going out here, which is a Grimspawn, a Whalen figure from the Hidden Side, and a Poppy. And then I'm waiting for payment from the same buyer on this one as well. And we've got another 2 items going out here to a buyer. So we've got a Tremor figure from Agents, and then we've got the Batman polybag going out. Another eBay order, we've got this Harry Potter set going out, limited edition, Toys R Us 4-pack of minifigs. Had this up for sale for a while actually, but it's finally moved. And then the last of my Phoebe Buffet figures from eBay, and that's sold for £6.49. So time to get those packed up, and then we'll get them to the post office. My first job of the morning is going to be getting this little lot put away. This was 5 of the Dreams sets. This is 71453, and we've already sold a couple of figures out of this, so they've already been taken out. The rest will be put away. Now, yesterday, one of my jobs I did was I sorted a batch of clips, and the intention was, or is, to use these containers at the back here as a kind of holding area for clips and various plates and things, to build up enough quantity before I list them, because when you've only got a few, it's just not worth listing them. So in here, started to sort out various types of clips and plates, and we'll continue to do that until the container's full, and then we will part them out or count them out at that point, or add them to a larger bag possibly, and see how we get on with that method for a while, and we'll take it from there. It's just not worth parting out little tiny pots of things, and even those tubs there may not be worth it, but it's a good way of breaking down the bags of parts, and you know, moving them effectively from these bags of parts into smaller containers that are sorted and ready to count once I've got enough of a quantity. I've just finished sorting through another bulk tub, and I have filmed it for a separate video, but to be honest, it wasn't a great tub in terms of points of interest, and there was an awful lot of wheels in here, wheels and tires, and a lot of part built sets, which I've pulled out and put to one side, waiting to be broken down. And in there's a few partly interesting things. This all sort of ferry. We've got a large sort of Technic vehicle down there that needs breaking up. We've got some things that look like bits of Star Wars vehicles, more Technic stuff. But there was a lot of sort of bulky parts in there that you know, look like they'd all just been thrown into the tub after being sorted previously. So some of the things that we pulled out that were complete and maybe of interest are these vehicles here. We've got this safari vehicle which looks to be complete, and I was saying in the video that we may either get that on eBay or possibly give it to my grandson. And similarly, we've got a couple of other vehicles there. We've got this part built Speed Champion set, and I've left that out purely because the Speed Champions can be worth a little bit, so you never know whether that might be worth completing or not, so we'll see if that is the case. And speaking of Speed Champions, I also pulled this one out, which looks like it is complete, and it may be that this went with another vehicle. I've got a few Speed Champions vehicles over there, so it may be that they went together. And I've pulled out a few other odds and ends of parts that may be worth listing quickly. We've got one of these sort of conveyor belts, which I think I've listed before and are worth a couple of pounds. We've got some of these, what look like the front of a train. So they look like a grill piece off the front of a train. We've got a little bit of track and a few other odds and ends, including a light brick that you know, will be worth a couple of pence at least. Oh, we did also get this boat hull, which is a bit dusty, and unfortunately the stickers on it are no good, so the stickers will need to be removed and just sell the boat hull as a, you know, as a hull without stickers. And so that was it. Yeah, not the most interesting tub in the world, and yeah, very disappointing. Awful lot of tires in there and wheels, as I said, and I'm really overflowing. Apart from filling up my tub there with wheels, there was also a bag of wheels and tires in there as well, and I've also got some other tires that I've been building up myself. So I've got quite a large category of tires now that need working through and breaking down and listing as well, which is not my favorite category to do, but we'll have a look at getting that done. So I did a little bit of digging to find out what these two cars were, and it turns out that they both came out of this Formula E Panasonic Jaguar Racing set, and this was 76898. And after finding that, I was able to have another dig through the tub and find the missing parts to make up the remainder of this particular vehicle here. So I think at this stage I've got both of the vehicles and they're both complete. However, for whatever reason, they didn't seem to apply the stickers to this one. There's one or two stickers applied, as you can see on the top here, but the majority of the stickers haven't been applied at all. So I've added a sticker sheet to my wanted list, and I may well get the stickers to complete that and then get the pair of them on eBay. It looks like there's not a lot else to the set either, so it may even be worth completing the remainder of the set with the stanchion and selling it as a complete set. But I think it'll be enough to just sell the two cars, to be honest with you. There's no figures though, of course, but I imagine that most people buying the Speed Champion stuff are interested in the cars more than anything else. I finished the day off with a quick upload of what I had in my Brickstore files so far, which wasn't an awful lot. There were 266 items in 59 lots for about £47. These are just bits and pieces that I've been sort of drip feeding to the file, and it's some of the things that I've found in the tub that I was sorting today, along with a few other things that were laid around, and I just really wanted to get them off my desk. So things like the conveyor belt that we picked up earlier, that's going up at £2.30. The light brick going at £1.50, and there's a bunch of other bits and pieces going up there as well. Now after that upload, that added 42 more lots, and we're now at a lot count of 13,377, which remains the highest lot count I've ever had on the store. And similarly, inventory count 738,016 is the highest we've had as well. So we keep plodding along. There's been a good influx of orders this afternoon as well, which is good, and I've got them picked and ready to go out in the morning. I won't show you what they are yet. We'll see what else comes in overnight, and I'll give you a peek at them in the morning before I get them off to the post office. It's Thursday the 21st, and despite me saying that, you know, things had been probably a little quieter than expected, we seem to have had a little surge yesterday and overnight, because we've got 12 orders on Bricklink this morning, which is really good. Nothing huge again, but the number of orders is good. There's only, in fact, 78 lots across the 12 orders, but they're still very welcome. 444 items in there. And then on Brick Owl, which has been much quieter of late, we've got 4 orders, and there's 72 lots on there with 385 items. And then on eBay, we've got 3 orders as well. So, you know, that's 20 plus orders, which is good across the 3 platforms. So time to go and get picking. Right, orders are all picked and ready to pack. I think there's 19 of them here. So let's have a quick look at what we've got. I'm not going to stop too much, but we've got a number of parts orders going out. There's some minifig heads and hair pieces in that one. We've got this is a hidden side a juice bar set, I think, Newbury juice bar going out. We've got 3 of these crossed lightsabers, some more minifig parts and a few other random things in there. We've got another order. Now that I'm trying this minimum order value or no minimum order value, this is a 7p piece being ordered and going out. We've got more parts on the go, a few minifig parts going here with these nice egg timers that have sold, and these new green utility belts. We've got 65 6x6 grey plates going out there. Over here, more parts orders. We've got a Salah minifigure from Indiana Jones going out with some bits and pieces. On eBay, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Rocket Raccoon in the blue suit. We've got a Lloyd minifig going out. We've got a Cloud Cuckoo Palace going out, which I accepted an offer on. And then over here, more minifig parts going out. A couple of the Ninjago anglers going out. Here we've got some Bionicle parts and Technic stuff. And then we've got a couple of figures going off to the US here. And I might have actually made a bit more money, because I realise now that the tile goes with the figure. If I'd have put a stand with that, I might have actually got more money as a complete set for that, rather than selling them separately, but probably not that big a difference. Anyway, that's done now. So we'll get these packed up and then see what we're going to do next. I was sorting out the wheels and tires, so we've got multiple bags of wheels here, as well as a full tub of them over here, so that might be the next job, just to condense them down and get rid of them. Though, to be honest, once they're sorted, they're so bulky that I'm not sure what free drawers I've got to put them in until I can organise a bit more. So we'll see anyway. That might be the next job. I'm currently working through a bunch of oversized pieces that need putting away. I'm emptying out various tubs that I've had sat around as I've sorted, used things out, and I always put the bulky parts aside. And I've already worked through a few of these tubs and got quite a bit put away. So just continuing to do that, adding them to the brick store file here. I'll just get these ones priced up and we'll see what else we've got in there. So obviously we've got all kinds of things from windscreens, rock pieces, vehicle tippers. But if I go to the main file that I've been working on, we've got some minifig parts, we've got some arches, we've got some rail pieces, we've got some wedges and some aircraft pieces and all sorts of odds and ends that are just taking up space on my desk. So I'm just desperate to get tidied up a little bit and determined to get rid of some of these big pots. It's Friday morning and it's an early start for us today. It's 7:10 in the morning, and I've got to get my orders done really quick and get them dropped in a post box today, because I'm taking my wife for a hospital appointment this morning. We've got to be there for 9 o'clock, which means I can't possibly make the depot hours of 8 till 10, which is a real pain. So I'm getting the orders that I've got here picked, packed and out the door, and we'll just drop them in the drop box on the way out. It's also iPhone day today, so we're going to be picking up our iPhones after the hospital appointment. So that's a lunchtime collection, because we weren't sure how long the hospital appointment's going to take, etc. So it's going to be a short day today. I will get some work done this afternoon when I get back, but I've no idea what time that's going to be. But anyway, let's have a quick look at the few orders we've got this morning ready to go. And here we've got a bunch of orders. We've got some plates and pieces and an instruction book for this Disney picture frame there. We've got a couple of turbans going out. We've got some Harry Potter figures and some other parts that look very Harry Potter-ish, if you know what I mean. And another small order here. This is again, you know, below the minimums. This one and no, the turban one would have been in my minimum order. This would have been under my minimum order before I'd changed it. We've got a Harry Potter The Lab set. So this was a set that I found in a bulk haul, already built, etc. I think it was even in this poly bag. So that is the full poly bag, just without the instructions, etc., and obviously the packet, which is stated in the description here: complete, no packet or instructions. So the buyer should be aware of that. We've got an eBay order here. This is the last of my Ollie Mill mini doll going out. We've got an order in progress here that I can't send at the moment. I'm waiting for the customer to come back to me. And I had a nightmare last night trying to pick this, because they'd ordered 160 something of these black slopes and I can only find 64. So I'm way off there. I'm about 100 short, and I've looked through all my bulk bins, I've looked everywhere, and I just can't locate them. So can only assume it was an error when I've listed them. What else can I say? So I've offered them to cancel the entire order, or obviously refund what's missing and send this. So just waiting for them to come back. And then that last little order for a few parts there. So we're going to get this packed up, and we'll need to get out the door and dropping these off very soon.